ScrilltownHimself. Himself. Welcome to Skrilltown Talk. Tonight we got our special guest, actor, writer, movie producer, Roman Michael. This guy, he's highly talented. He's done several roles. He has got a lot of energy, and I'm excited about tonight. So what's going on, Roman, man? How you doing?
Hey, I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Happy to be here. Thanks for having me.
Thank you, man. We really appreciate it. I talked to Roman a while back. Um, I seen him. I met him on LinkedIn. I keep telling everybody that if you don't have a LinkedIn account, you really need to get one. And I noticed that he was just doing a lot. I mean, as far as in the entertainment industry, he was doing a whole bunch. So I contacted him, and he was good. And he was just a busy man like myself, so it took us a while, but now we are finally here. So I want to tell you a little bit about Roman Michael. Roman Michael is an actor, writer, and producer known for 5 Minutes, a movie called 5 Minutes. The Moon and Back with Isabella May, Missy Powell, and PJ Byrne. Prize and Not by Choice. Roman founded Kingdom Vision Films, an independent film company, in 2012. He is best known for his short film, The Businessman, that came out in 2008, and his critically acclaimed feature in the movie 5 Minutes, which he starred in, he wrote it, and he directed and produced it. So, like I said, tonight we have our boy Roman Michael. What's going on,
Yeah,
man?
yeah, man. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Wow,
Yeah.
man. You make me feel like I accomplished a lot, man. I'm just getting started.
He said, I'm just getting started. Hey, you done a lot. I mean, for just getting started. You know what I'm saying? I was checking out your reel, and
Yeah.
I posted it on Facebook a couple of
Oh,
different
okay.
times. Yeah, so man, you got some stuff, man, and you got some creativity in the movies that you've been in.
Yeah.
So with that, tell us about your upbringing. Tell us about where you from and stuff
Mhm.
like that.
For sure. Yeah, well, I was born and raised in Los Angeles, California. Best place to be if you want to get into that industry, especially,
Yeah,
growing up in the 90s. So this was
yeah.
the only place to be. Nowadays, you got Atlanta going off. You got a lot of other places picking up with production wise in New York and things of
Mm-hmm.
that nature. But Los Angeles was where it was at growing up in the 90s. So I was raised by a single parent mother. I have
Mm-hmm.
siblings. I'm the middle of three boys, and I have a younger sister as well. And just started off, just being very creative, very energized kid.
Right. Shout,
Turned in living rooms into movie sets and jumping over couches because the TV exploded and things of that nature. So I
shout
was
out
very
to
influenced.
sorry about this. Shout out to Sharifa Hardy. It's funny that you said that you from LA. She's also out in that area. I've worked with Sharifa. I've been on her show.
Right.
And she is highly talented producer herself. And maybe you guys could hook up. But yeah, she commented, she said,
Sure.
hey, so just wanted to say hey to Sharifa. She got a new TV network that she's getting ready to get started as well. So you said
Oh,
so out
nice.
in LA, man. So yeah, I
For
got
sure.
couple relatives out in LA, and I almost actually moved out there when I was 14 to pursue my music career. So I know exactly
Okay.
how that goes. It's busy, man. It's for a Midwesterner like me, myself, from Kansas City, it can be overwhelming because y'all move, man. Y'all move fast, bro. Y'all move fast.
That's
So
true.
so going into, what made you want to go full fledged from, being a child and becoming an adult into the movie and entertainment industry?
Absolutely. Well, again, when I was a kid, I was fully energized, had a huge imagination. You can put
Mm-hmm.
me in a room. I had two other siblings at the time, so like you can put me in a room by myself and it'd just be a movie. Whether I had 10 pencils, I was playing 5-on-5 basketball with 10 pencils. Just my imagination was just way out there. And
Yeah.
just growing up and watching, the television, seeing the
Mm-hmm.
Cosby shows and Family Matters and seeing
Mm-hmm.
things of that nature and seeing black families in that light, and seeing the
Yeah.
kids that I can relate to, I was like, oh man, this is what I want to do. And that's me
Yeah.
right there. you know. So my mom would catch me, man, in the mirror for hours, just
Mm.
mimicking different characters. In particular, the Ninja Turtles. I was a huge Ninja Turtles fan.
Yeah,
I
I
was a
was
huge
too.
Macaulay Culkin fan when I saw Macaulay Culkin in Home Alone, major
Mm-hmm.
classic there. And I was like, wow, man, this kid reminds me of myself with the energized energy and can do
Mm-hmm.
anything, can do everything on his own type thing. So, my mom had to, it was a couple of pounds on the door, what you
Right,
doing in
right,
there?
right, right.
I'm just in there, just like at the time didn't know, but I was perfecting my craft. And,
Mm.
and it really started there, the love and the passion for acting and
Mm-hmm.
doing impersonations and things of that nature. It started right there. So my mom actually got me into the business when I was around 8 years old, and we just
Really?
been going since then. Yeah.
Wow. So, what have been your challenges with being out in LA, trying to, just going through the journey? Like, what has challenged you the most and what has been, like motivating to you as an actor and aspiring writer and producer?
Yeah, absolutely. Being, again, born in Los Angeles and raised in the 90s, the challenging part during that time was it wasn't that many outlets or opportunities for people of color.
Yeah.
We were being typecast during that time. So
Mm.
it was very challenging to kind of get out of the stigma of, oh, your next audition, I already can know, is either a gangbanger, is
Right.
either a drug dealer, or
Mm-hmm.
is or you're in a situation where your mom's strung out or something like that. It
Right.
was just showing those different images, which in a lot of cases we can relate to, but at the same
Mm-hmm.
time there wasn't that many positive influences,
Yeah.
which is why I gravitated towards those shows that I mentioned earlier, like Family Matters and things of
Yeah.
that nature, and the Cosby Show,
The
because it kind of
Cosby's.
showed us in
Yeah.
a different light. And I was
Yeah.
just like, wow, this is what I want to do right here. I don't want to be stuck in a
Mm-hmm.
box. So
Yeah.
those were like some of the challenges growing up, is taking a seat back and saying, is this really what I want to do?
Mm-hmm.
Because every time I go out is for these type of roles.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
as I was fortunate enough to book a few commercials, to book, little spots on TV shows here and there.
Mm-hmm.
But, as I got older, I started realizing the power and the magic behind the cameras,
Mm.
um, and how the importance of creating your own story, which
Yeah.
is which is what I got into and started my production company and things of that nature, and wrote
Mm-hmm.
5 Minutes, which is about a successful, partner in a law firm
Mm-hmm.
who
Mm-hmm.
struggles with OCD, and his OCD is with time punctuality. So he does
Mm.
everything at a specific time, and I play his son in the movie, like
Mm-hmm.
not understanding because he's missing my basketball games, he's missing little
Yeah.
family outings and things of that nature because he's so caught up with being to certain places on time. So I go back and write about the trauma where it sparked for him, reason
Mm-hmm.
why he is like that and does have that OCD. And eventually, he breaks free out of that as the movie goes on, and I play a big part of helping him break free of that. But yeah,
Yeah.
it's just showing that positive light. Like there are other issues that we can bring to the forefront, like mental
Mm-hmm.
health issues and or things where people can relate to other than the gang banging and the shoot 'em up
Yeah. The
movies that
normals.
we
Yeah. So all the
for sure.
stigmas and stuff like that. So, going back to let's see. I want to get it right. Okay. The Moon and Back with Isabella May, Missy Powell, and PJ Byrne. Um, Playing in movies or short films with actors that have some type of notoriety or have experience and things like that. um like how did you feel? What was your first experience on playing in movies like that? Like, how did you feel? Like, were you nervous? And how did you maintain your composure without being starstruck and so forth?
Absolutely. Fortunately, I was never one to be starstruck. You see, growing up in Los Angeles, you would see all kind of A-list actors, if you just walked outside your door, to be honest.
Right, right.
And I was never one to run and get, autographs and things of that nature. How I
Hmm.
felt when I got the opportunity to play in The Moon and Back, written and directed by Leah Blake,
Mm-hmm.
um, I felt like I belonged. You know, I felt like I
Yeah.
belonged. Like again, this started at a very young age for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
I saw myself with these actors, even if it was only in my mind.
Yeah.
I saw myself with these actors shoulder to shoulder, pound for
Mm-hmm.
pound.
Yeah.
So I was inspired. I was inspired by them because it's like,
Mm-hmm.
everyone has their own journey, and that's the beauty about the business, because
Mm-hmm.
there is no clear cut way on how to get your shot.
Yeah.
Everyone has their own story on how they made it to that set on that day, and for their
Mm-hmm.
different walks of life. So yeah, I was honored to be a part of the film. I was inspired
Mm-hmm.
by their professionalism and their kindness towards me and welcoming me in. Most importantly, I felt like definitely I belonged, and it was my time, and
Yeah.
I can be with the best of them.
So, a lot of actors that I've interviewed on the show, they always go back to the fact that they're constantly continuing to educate themselves on acting. Tell us about a little bit of that and how you are continuing to educate yourself on, building your craft, perfecting your craft.
Absolutely, man, and that's my favorite part, to be honest, because again, like I got to go back to where it started. Like I was perfecting my craft before I knew that I was perfecting my craft at 8 years
Right,
old.
right,
You
right,
know what I
right,
mean?
right. Mm-hmm.
So I would do the research. I would watch the old movies. I would watch how the mannerisms, the different climax in the script, and how an actor would change his voice or change his mood and things of
Yeah,
that nature. So I'm looking at, when I watch a movie, it's a little different than what my peers or the people, my family watch movies.
yeah, yeah,
I'm looking at angles. I'm looking at why did he chose to to do one of these and put his eyebrow up while he's talking
yeah,
or whatever.
yeah, yeah.
Or this concept, like I'm like at that moment and things of that nature,
Mm-hmm.
and then experience too, just life, just
Mm-hmm.
observing. I'm very observant. Just going to Starbucks, watching
Yeah.
people, their mannerism, how they look, and kind of taking parts of. You never know what you may use in an audition, what you
Mm-hmm.
see and what you experience in the real world. So I'm like a sponge. It's true. You're constantly learning. You're constantly improving.
Mm-hmm.
You're constantly doing your research. There's everyone got like a top five that they pay
Right.
close attention to.
Right, right,
Especially in
yeah.
any profession, right? If you playing
Uh-huh.
basketball, I'm looking at Kobe, I'm looking at Bron, I'm looking at Jordan. You know what I mean? Everyone that comes through in the different arenas has that person or those persons that they look up to and say, okay, I'm gonna take a
Yeah.
little bit of this, I'm gonna twist it with my own little, you know what I mean? So it's a
Mm-hmm.
lot of that going on, and I just love how fluid it is in the entertainment industry,
Yeah.
because it's just people from different walks of life with their own style, their own dialect, their own culture. Everything is
Mm-hmm.
just coming to the forefront. Similar to the music industry, I know you
Yeah,
know.
absolutely, absolutely. Shout out to Noelle. Noelle is a up and coming author, and she said she sent out a message that very cool. She has a book out right now, and I think it's what is it? It's basically about men and what they don't know about dating. So yeah,
Okay,
check that out.
okay,
But yeah, it's trust me, she know what she's talking about.
all
But
right.
going into how you say you check out movies and mannerisms and things of that nature, when you played these parts in the movies and short films that you've played already, what has been the most challenging role that you had thus far?
Wow, that is a good question. I think the most challenging one is the one I just completed, called The Passenger, where I
Mm.
played immigrant from Kenya.
Yeah, I seen some of that. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
with
Yeah.
with the dialect, with the Kenyan dialect,
Uh-huh.
that nature. I have to really dig deep and go into my roots.
Yeah.
Things that are not taught to us in school. So I have to
Right.
go out and do those research and look at YouTube and even find my inner Wakanda. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
To kind of get
yeah.
to kind of bring in the essence, what he was
Mm-hmm.
feeling emotionally, how it feels to come from a whole different country, to
Yeah.
come to America, not only America, downtown Los Angeles, and try to survive out there. He had a
Mm-hmm.
baby on the way and things of that nature. So not only getting the dialect correct, but
Mm-hmm.
also getting those emotions eternally to where they are seen
Yeah.
without even speaking a word. You know what I mean? So that has been challenging. That has been
Mm-hmm.
extremely challenging. And then I have some few that are coming up where I'm gonna have to really dig deep and
Yeah.
find my get my inner zen on.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, okay. So when with the passenger, did you like, maybe reach out to some Kenyan type people, or did you, like, do you have any friends that you maybe could talk to? Because see, my best friend, shout out to Leo. I've been knowing him for over 25 years, but he is originally from West Africa. He's from Liberia. So after,
Okay.
I mean, I've known him maybe a year, and then all of a sudden I can understand everything that they were saying. And it was crazy because people would come around and we hang out with us, and they'd be like, what are they saying? I'd be like, oh well, he just said that, he's going upstairs to go get his coat, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. So
Right.
didn't know if you maybe possibly ran into some people that you knew and kind of like, hung out with them a little bit more, talked to them a little bit more to get that roll down pack.
No, for sure. I didn't personally know anyone from Kenya, but I was
Mm-hmm.
fortunate, man. I'm telling you, talking about the go the extra mile. Like I in that film,
Mm-hmm.
he's a rideshare driver.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
So
yeah, yeah. Uh-huh.
so I actually signed up to be
Really.
a Lyft driver, Lyft and Uber driver,
Bro, I'm
to
gonna tell
go
you
in and
like
get that
this.
experience.
I'm gonna tell you like this. That was the real was the first time I'd actually watched any of your movies, and I thought you were from Kenya. Like,
I did.
until I started looking at the other movies through the reel, I was like, oh, okay.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So,
okay.
man, hey, you played your part and you played it well. You know what I'm
Man, I
saying? You played it
appreciate that.
well.
That means a lot. That means a lot because no one knows the work behind the scenes, what I did to prepare for that.
Yeah.
So I actually went out into the world and did the Uber and Lyft and was lucky to find pick up a couple of people from Kenya while I'm
Yeah.
preparing for this film. You know what I mean?
Wow.
So yeah, I was able to pick their brains and look at their
Mm-hmm.
mannerisms, trying to come up with some sort of communication so I can kind of hear as much as I could.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think I had one passenger who actually taught me a few Swahili terms and things of that nature. They were very, very passionate about it or
Yeah.
whatnot. So very passionate people too.
Uh-huh.
I love that. I was very fortunate. I had no idea I was going out there and was going to pick these people up, but I was
Yeah.
always going the extra mile in preparation for roles and at least
Mm-hmm.
just get the mannerism for myself.
Yeah.
Driving the car, how I feel when strangers come in the car, and things of that nature.
Mm-hmm.
What is that feeling to get that emotion? And I kind of lucked up on that. So
So what is your, like, out of being, and I'm typing this in to see if some more people will tap in on this interview because this is getting good. Out of the three, writer, actor, producer, which one do you think that you're better at?
acting by far,
Nice.
acting by far. Acting by far. So no, acting's my first love. Acting's my
Mm-hmm.
first love. I love the creative process behind the scenes because it empowers me
Mm-hmm.
to create the stories that I want to see. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It empowers me to all the characters that I witnessed and experienced growing up. I can
Mm-hmm.
kind of take some of that and kind of create my own character. So it gives me a lot of power with what I want the character to be, how I
Mm-hmm.
want them to act, and what in the situation I place them in. So I love
Mm-hmm.
that as far as the creative process. But
Mm-hmm.
there's nothing like getting a script or getting some sides for an audition that breaks
Yeah.
down a character and then you getting your own personal spin on it.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing like breaking down a character and going and diving into that world as an actor,
Wow.
for sure.
That's okay. And see, I've always had interest in, possibly. Well, I'm going into next year writing, and I'm gonna probably need some of your help. So I'll reach out to you, of
Okay,
course, doing a
sure.
series of short films. But what's the preparation on, being successful in a role, or maybe even producing a short film or a movie?
Of like anything, focus, attention to detail.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm a firm believer, if you're gonna do something, you need to do it to the fullest. That's how I
Right.
was raised. My mom raised me that way. If you're
Right.
gonna be Muslim, you need to be Muslim and
Mm-hmm.
to the fullest.
Right.
You're gonna be Christian. You need to be Christian to the fullest. Don't just say I'm something and you're not putting in the work.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
When
Yeah,
people look
absolutely.
at you, they need to identify and say, "Oh man, he's an actor right there. I seen some of his stuff. That boy cold." The
Uh-huh.
reason why
Yep.
they're saying they see the results, but they don't see the work, and
Yeah.
that's why I stress that in this interview is that with the passenger, how I push the envelope. You know, I don't know
Mm-hmm.
too many people was gonna, pride aside,
Yeah.
go out there, drive around, pick up strangers in their nice car, by the way.
In
Go
LA.
exactly. Go out there
Yeah.
and pick up strangers, not knowing what city you're going to be ending up in, but
Right.
just to get that experience for a
Yeah.
role.
Yeah.
For a role. So yeah, the preparation is key. It's focus. It's
Mm-hmm.
attention to detail,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a constant reminder that this is what you do because this is what you do and this is what you want to do. This is what you see yourself doing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because there's a lot of rejection that goes along with this.
Yeah.
It's not easy. Everyone has their own like I've seen every type of person in this industry.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone has their own reason why they want to be in the entertainment industry.
Yeah.
And you'll
Yeah.
see them falling here, falling there, going that road, going this road, or whatever, and
Mm-hmm.
you'll see who's who at the end. But what I'm saying is that when you're
That's
passionate about
real.
something, when you're passionate, focus.
Yeah.
While your friends are partying, you might want to go in there and do some research, and you might want to stand in front of that mirror and recite your lines because you got an audition in the morning. You know,
Wow.
you can
Yeah.
play later. You can play later. So my whole thing is those three things right there, and then you got to
Mm-hmm.
have a passion what you do, because
Yeah.
that's with anything. If you don't have a
Yeah.
passion, if you want to do it, oh, I saw you do it. Oh, I can do it. Then you should do it.
Yeah.
Go out there and do it.
He
Go
said you
out
should
there
do
and do it. You know what I'm saying?
it.
How many people want to be like Mike,
Yeah.
but don't want to put the work in that Mike put in?
And they realize it ain't as easy as Mike made it
It's
look.
not exactly. Those lights turn on, boy. You at that free throw line, that sweat start coming down.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's a difference. It's a difference, and that comes through preparation to prepare you for moments like that. So you in that
Mm-hmm.
audition room and you got 10 people across that table staring at you. Say, "Okay, go,"
Wow.
and you freeze up.
You done. You done. Yeah.
Yeah. You sit there like,
Like,
that's that look. Like, what did I get myself into?
right,
So,
right.
yeah, you always gonna separate the wheat from the tare. It's in every profession. So stay focused.
Mm-hmm.
Know who you are. My whole thing
Mm-hmm.
is growing up is know exactly why you're here on earth. Go for it to the fullest. Don't let nobody tell you nothing different. There's gonna be some bumps in the road, but when you know who you are and you know what you're about and you believe in yourself and you bet on yourself, you can't lose.
That's some words of wisdom right there. So before we go, give us 3 people that you would love to work with, whether it be an actor, writer, or producer, and then some words of wisdom for any up and coming actors that are trying to break, free through the business in the business.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, no, I love these questions. I'm going, man, I had dreams. I worked with this person and
Uh-oh.
it's gonna happen. But I'm gonna do a film. I'm gonna be in a scene with Denzel Washington.
I knew it. I knew that was gonna be your
For
number
sure.
one. Yeah, yeah.
That's my number one.
Mm-hmm.
That should be a lot of people's number one.
Yeah, yeah.
That guy right there, as far as passion, like to the average person, he's a great actor.
Yeah.
Me, that's the epitome.
That's the GOAT.
That's
That's the
top.
GOAT. Yeah.
That's the top. And if I can just have a conversation with him and just be a sponge or a fly on the wall, whatever I need to get any kind of knowledge or any kind of pointers here, I'm going to use that up. So that'll be one.
Mm-hmm.
2, wow, there's a lot of Shonda Rhimes.
Oh man, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Another GOAT.
Yep.
Someone you can tell through her writing alone that this person has not only been through a lot of things,
Mm-hmm.
but is extremely, extremely talented.
Was
and
she on the
very
Power? Did she write Power?
no no
Oh,
no that wasn't her. That was Shonda was Scandal, How to Get Away
Scandal.
with
Yeah, I knew
Murder.
it was one. Yeah, I knew it was. Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she
she
pays
dope. Yeah,
close
she dope.
attention to details.
Yeah.
Close attention to details. So I would love to. I had an opportunity to meet her, but I would love an opportunity to work with her.
Mm-hmm.
And then let me see, three. 50 Cent is doing his thing.
He is.
50 Cent
Yeah, he
is
is.
doing his thing. They have to call you up. You in the music industry, man.
I
50.
don't know if I get the 50. I know somebody that's close to him though.
All right.
Real close. Yeah.
He
But
is taking this acting, this part of
mm-hmm.
entertainment, he is taking it very seriously.
Oh
And
yeah.
I can't do nothing but respect that. So I would definitely love to work with him because I'm really liking what I'm seeing that's coming out of Curtis Jackson over there. So
He's dope, man. That's what I'm saying. Once you get in a position like that, that's when all
right,
the stuff, like you said, us growing up, you know what I'm saying, in these small house, I mean big households, but in different positions, like we had so much imagination growing up, as
right,
kids, so it's like once you get in a position like him, that's when you open up all those imaginations and say, you know what, I can do this now and I can do that now.
right,
Yeah, so he's
right,
blessed, man. He most definitely is blessed.
for sure,
Yeah. And then
for
last but
sure.
not least, what type of words of wisdom do you have for any, up and comers?
Oh yeah, no. Again, it starts with looking yourself in the mirror and asking yourself, what is it that I'm passionate about? What is it that when I don't care what time I have to wake up, I
Mm-hmm.
don't care how long I have to be there. It really doesn't matter because I'm not staring at the clock. I'm
Right, right.
enjoying what I am doing. What is it that you
Mm-hmm.
enjoy doing? And then you do that. Don't fall into the traps. Don't fall into the traps. Situations gonna come up, things are gonna
Mm-hmm.
happen, but don't lose sight of that gift. And as children, we all have it. We
Yeah.
all have it. As kids, I want to be Superman or I want to be a police officer. And then you go
Mm-hmm.
through school and they're teaching to one kid.
Yeah.
They're not teaching to
Yep.
everyone. They're teaching to
Mm-hmm.
one type of person. And then you find yourself losing yourself, and you at college. You're like, I don't know what I want to do. I don't know what I. It's just so much
Mm-hmm.
confusion going on. Don't lose sight of that passion and of your God-given gifts, because
Man,
those
that is.
God-given gifts is what make you unique. So whatever that is that comes easy or natural to you, go and
Mm-hmm.
pursue that, and don't quit.
Bro, if you was on the line about 45 minutes ago, I swear to you, we were saying the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, do what's passionate for you, not for everybody else, man. That's deep. That's real talk coming from somebody that knows what they talking about. So tell us about where people can find you or any of your movies, upcoming or past, right now. Where can they find them at?
Well, you can find me on Instagram. I just started an Instagram account because I realized the importance of putting yourself. I'm old school, man.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
old
trust me.
school, man. Don't be looking and seeing what I'm doing. You know what I mean? It's a tracking device. But I do understand the importance of being seen and putting
Mm-hmm.
yourself out there. So I did.
Mm-hmm.
I just started up an IG account. I am Roman Michael. That's where you can find me
Mm-hmm.
and find out updates of different productions that I'm involved in on the acting side. And as far as my work,
Mm-hmm.
the pandemic slowed a lot of stuff down. A lot of stuff got pushed back,
Yeah.
but the Moon and Back should be released everywhere. I'm not sure on what platform yet.
Mm-hmm.
The Passenger was it's a short, but it was a sizzle reel for funding, so that's going. The full feature should be we should be gearing up for production then. And then
Nice.
I just did a pilot called Jungle Alley that
Mm.
was written and directed by Ebony Jones, she's an Emmy Award winning producer, by the way.
Wow.
And it's about the 1920s, Harlem, New York, and the South, and
Yeah.
things of that nature. I have good vibes about that one. I believe that's going to get picked up. So there's some things coming in the future in the works. I got another
Yeah.
film called City Grown Willow. That's going to be
Mm-hmm.
filming in February in Lake Tahoe in San Francisco. I'm
Mm.
excited about that. And just more to come, man. Just more to come. You
Yeah.
can find me at I am Roman Michael on IG and get your updates there. And I appreciate your support.
Hey man, like I said, man, anything that comes out in the future, just let me know, man. I'm a full supporter. I believe in what you're doing. I believe in your craft. You know what I'm saying? And anything we can do over here, just holler at me, man. I really appreciate the time that you gave us tonight. And like I said, man, hey, keep doing what you're doing, man. Keep hope alive, and we really appreciate it, man.
Thank you. I appreciate you guys. And I
Yeah.
appreciate for the platform and inviting me on. Thank you so much.
All day, man. Well, yeah. So the listeners, you heard it. You have it here. Roman Michael, check him out. He's at Roman Michael on Instagram. Check out all his future and past shows, movies, short films, and so forth. And just be on the lookout, man. This dude right here is highly talented and blessed. And until next time, man, we are out. Check us out on all social media platforms. Welcome to Skrill Town. We out.